Bear fights a living dinosaur eating a deer alive, a helpless buffalo caught in a tug-of-war between lions and crocodiles, and massive beasts charging at people out of nowhere. I found some amazing videos for this, so these are terrifying things caught on camera in the wild. Now, this may be the craziest wildlife video I've ever seen, and many agree. There's an entire National Geographic documentary centered on this one incident. Let me sum it up in one sentence before going into all the details. It's lions versus buffalo versus crocodiles. In September 2004, American tourist David Buzinski was on a safari in South Africa's Kruger National Park when his group stopped at a watering hole. What started as a routine wildlife sighting quickly turned into this incredible chain of events that nobody could have predicted. The video opens with a herd of Cape buffalo approaching the water, completely unaware that several young lions are lurking nearby. The lions suddenly charge, scattering the herd in every direction, and during the chaos, they isolate a young buffalo calf and start dragging it toward the edge of the water. And as these lions are wrestling with this calf, two crocodiles pop out of the water, and now they're latching on, trying to steal the kill for themselves. So now this poor calf is caught in a tug-of-war. Lions on one side and crocodiles on the other. I couldn't think of a worse situation to be in. The crocodiles eventually give up, but now the lions circle it, and you assume that's it. They're just gonna tear it apart. But then, backup arrives. Dozens of buffaloes suddenly charge straight back into the fight, one massive bull before the rest of the herd joins in. The lions start retreating one by one, and incredibly, that calf, which had somehow survived the lions, the crocodiles, and the stampede, it gets back up onto its feet and runs to safety with the rest of the herd. The footage was uploaded to YouTube in 2007 under the title A Battle at Kruger. It's been viewed nearly 95 million times. Wonder why. Watch this massive mother bear charge at a van. You know, we often talk about Bigfoot on this channel. Scary, hairy man. This thing 100% exists. I mean, you could be walking through the forest and, rare or not, there is a chance that you could come face to face with an angry bear like this charging at you. The size is already impressive, combined with the speed, the power. Dude, this was in Hokkaido province, Japan, by the way. What you're looking at here is an Ussuri brown bear, one of the largest brown bear subspecies in the world. Males can reach 6 to 9 feet, weighing in at 800 to 1,300 pounds. Now, we're gonna have to blur out quite a bit of this. It's incredibly gruesome, but it's also nature. Nature can be cruel. To put it bluntly, a Komodo dragon eats a deer alive. And I do mean alive. This deer sat there with its eyes wide open for a while its insides were being yanked out by what is basically a living dinosaur, and a bunch of tourists watched it unfold right in front of them. The video hit YouTube last year, uploaded by Indonesia Herping Tour, who wrote in the description, "When I was accompanying a group of tourists from the cruise ship, we did tracking on Komodo Island to see Komodo dragons and several other animals. On the way, we were lucky to see Komodo dragons hunting and catching a deer. This is a common occurrence in the wild where predators hunt for survival. The moment we encountered occurred naturally without human intervention, and we should not be involved in this because it is a natural selection for the sake of ecosystem balance." Oddly enough, a lot of angry comments on this video saying like, oh, the tourists are just standing there gawking, this is entertainment for them, that poor deer. Again, I mean, guys, it's just nature. I mean, what are they gonna do, like stop the Komodo dragon from eating its food? I don't know. This next video is really short, which is actually what makes it so terrifying. Yeah, see what I mean? That crocodile, it came out of nowhere. They were having a totally casual conversation, completely oblivious to the fact that a crocodile was lurking nearby, let alone one that was about to lunge at them. Crazy how fast these things are. The woman behind the camera, Ali Bulifant, originally posted the video to Facebook in 2017. She was vacationing in Australia, walking with a friend along the edge of a creek in Cape Tribulation, in the far north of Queensland. This happened. You can't really tell in the video because it happens in a flash, but the croc actually bit her. She ended up in the hospital. Luckily, she was released later that same day, but man, talk about things taking a sudden turn. This next clip was uploaded to YouTube back in 2020 by Pedro Jose, aka Swamp Shorts, whose channel bio actually reads, "Paddling and hiking in areas that shouldn't be paddled or hiked." And based on this video, well, that is abundantly clear. He was kayaking the upper Waccamaw River in North Carolina when this happen. Yeah, no thanks. I will take my kayak to the pool. Luckily, the gator did not continue its attack. It just charged and took off, but getting dumped into water where an ancient apex predator is prowling around, yeah, terrifying. Pedro pulls himself back out of the water, and it's kind of like that scene out of Saving Private Ryan. The sound is all muffled because of the water. He's breathing heavy because, an alligator just rushed his boat. Good God, look at this thing. No, this is not an AI-generated video. This is a massive 990-pound anaconda that was found at a construction site in Brazil. Story goes it was 34 feet long. I don't know how accurate that really is. I mean, that's starting to get surprisingly close to the estimated size of a Titanoboa, which is believed to have reached around 50 feet. Still, this thing is clearly gigantic, and it does make you wonder what else could be lurking out in the Amazon. The more illegal logging that happens out there, the more chances there are of people stumbling across things we've never seen before. Fortunately, it doesn't look like this snake survived. The last thing I ever want to see while hiking through the forest is a bear cub. I mean, cute as hell, but where there's a cub, mama usually ain't far away, and that was certainly the case here. Look at the size of that beast. I think we sometimes forget just how massive some of the animals are in the United States, Canada, bears, moose, etc. They're seen as like standard animals. We usually see them drawn as cute cartoon characters in movies and cartoons, but then you see one up close and you're like, yeah, that thing could tear my face off if it felt like it. Grizzly bears are some of the most intimidating animals in North America. They're massive, but can sprint faster than most people can run and have the kind of strength that lets them tear apart logs, dig through tough ground, overpower animals even bigger than them. For the most part, though, they stay away from humans, but they'll attack if they're surprised, defending food or protecting cubs. Mother grizzly with cubs, one of the worst bears to accidentally run into. They can become extremely defensive, and a person who gets too close can quickly turn a tense situation into a life-threatening one. While walking along a trail in Alaska back in 2017, a 74-year-old man named Geoffrey Klasner suddenly found himself in that exact situation, being followed by this mother grizzly and her two cubs. Now, thankfully, they weren't charging. They also weren't leaving. They stayed behind him as he continued backing down the trail. There are a lot of people would panic in this situation. Klasner managed to stay calm. He kept walking at a steady pace, hoping the bears would just lose interest and head in another direction. But the bears continued following. Thankfully, things didn't escalate. If Klasner had decided to run, though, things may have ended very differently. This video was captured on a trail camera up in northern Saskatchewan, uploaded to the YouTube channel Kiefer Brothers. It's some pretty crazy footage. I mean, just listen to the sounds those bears make. It's actually kind of freaky. The bears had recently come out of hibernation and were fighting over some territory. We don't often think of lions being on the defense, but it does happen. I mean, we've all seen The Lion King. And forget Disney's crappy live-action remake, though. You should have just gone to Africa and filmed the nature documentary. This is pretty much a scene right out of the original. This lion was surrounded by over 20 hyenas. One-on-one, they of course wouldn't stand a chance, but that's not how hyenas operate. He'd been fighting them off as best as he could, but at this point, he was exhausted. Things were looking pretty dire, but just when it looked the hyenas were gonna finish him off, a hero emerges. Look at that shot. That is epic, the way the lion's just like walking with the birds flying by. BBC Earth gets some incredible footage. This is also incredible footage, a snake species that was just discovered a couple years back, the northern green anaconda found in the Amazon. It could potentially be one of the largest snakes on Earth. A team from the University of Queensland was searching for the creature, never officially been documented by science, but there were plenty of stories. They teamed up with members of the Waorani tribe and spent 10 days deep in the Amazon trying to find one. Clearly, they did. The expedition was led by biologist Brian Fry, who later explained that one female anaconda they encountered measured just over 20 feet long. But these snakes may grow even larger. Some could reach lengths closer to 24 feet. Well, that's been the video, and I will catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next one.